streets and then drive or the whole car.
Around here. Where it was,
You're burning me out of here.
it rained and then snowed,
Like it'll be in close proximity, it's not.
you know, it rained, yeah.
Good evening. I now call this Village of Hebron Council meeting to order at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Please stand as you are able and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wolf,
Here.
Juvenile,
Here.
Mr. Carpenter,
Here.
Mr. Nauer,
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman. Yes. Mrs. Porter.
Yes.
Thank you, council. We have quorum. Thank you, visitors, for attending this evening. If you've not already done so, please sign in and get a copy of the agenda. There will be opportunities to speak at 2 points in the agenda labeled visitor comments. Council meetings are recorded and provided to council and the public for review. Meeting minutes are official once the recording is approved by village council by a majority vote. Today's recording will become the official record of minutes once approved. The recording is available online at the Village of Hebron, Ohio YouTube channel. I am seeking a motion for approval of minutes for the November 25th, 2025 council meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Juvenile and a second from Councilmember Chapman. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Porter,
Yeah.
Mr. Nauer,
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile,
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman. Yes. Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter.
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. Next item on the agenda is visitor comments. We have none. The next item is legislation. The first is ordinance 2125. It's an ordinance to authorize the employment and appointment of legal counsel for the Village of Hebron. This is the third reading, and I'm seeking a motion to adopt ordinance 2125.
I move to adopt ordinance 21-25.
I second that motion.
Thank you. I have a motion from Councilmember Porter and a second from Councilmember Juvenelli. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Carpenter,
Yes.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mrs. Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile.
Yes.
Mr. Nauer.
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman.
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. The next item is ordinance 2225. It's an ordinance authorizing the administrator and fiscal officer to enter into a contract with Brocious Johnson and Griggs LLC without advertising for certain legal services for the village of Hebron, specifically for planning and zoning employment and for other related matters as necessary. This also is a third reading, and I'm seeking a motion to adopt ordinance 2225.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Porter and a second from Council President Wolf. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nauer.
Yes.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mrs. Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter,
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile.
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Passes 6-0. The next item is ordinance 2525. It's an ordinance to award the contract to mow along State Route 79 within the village of Hebron to Yellowstone Landscape and to authorize and direct the mayor and fiscal officer to enter into an agreement for such service. This also is a third reading, and I'm seeking a motion to adopt ordinance 2025.
So be it.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Nauer and a second from Councilmember Porter. Any discussion? I'll just insert my 2 cents. I'm very excited about this. And I'm really happy to see the work that's getting done along 79. So we have a good baseline. So going forward, it's clear to the contractor exactly what we're looking for maintenance.
That's absolutely correct.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mrs. Porter,
Yeah.
Mr. Juvenile.
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman.
Yes.
Mr. Nauer.
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter.
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. The next item is resolution 2525. It's a resolution authorizing the mayor or the mayor's agents to execute a community reinvestment area agreement with Microsoft Corporation, a Washington corporation. This is the second reading.
How can they both be 2525?
There's a resolution in order.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I used to wonder the same thing. It happens to all of us.
Wait a minute.
Trying to trick you. Okay, the next item is ordinance 2725. It's an ordinance to amend the Village of Hebron and, the Village of Hebron, Ohio Employee Handbook and to declare this ordinance an emergency. This is the first reading. You should have received the red line version, and the reason we sent you that specific version so you could see exact word changes to the document. You got that a couple of weeks ago. Our fiscal officer, our CFO requested a receipt for recipiation of it. I don't know, what am I looking, receipt, there we go. And you only got one of those, but I assume everyone did actually receive the document. I know there was a lot of concern last time we were all together. So I want to make sure that you have what you need and find if you have any questions at this point, so we can do any research or address any concerns.
I had a question on the vacation.
Yeah,
It seems like we're changing a lot of things, like back weeks or back years, and how will that affect current employees? Is there anybody that's gonna fall in those, that's gonna, where they were gonna get like vacation in 3 years, now it's 6, and they went from 7 to 11, I think, or something like that?
it's the opposite direction. So most people will have no impact
Okay,
on the number of accrued per year. But there are a few that they'll have the higher number a year in advance of what they would have.
before.
And the rationale that we had for that is trying to remain competitive. So Denison University did actually complete the review of our benefits and salary. And they actually went as deep as comparing what our vacation, health insurance, retirement, right?
Sick leave.
Sick leave, yeah, so they analyzed all of that. And so we try to line those up to be at least closer to what other organizations were doing. I will say the thing I found was interesting, we were very competitive in a lot of places, but when folks first came on staff, we were just not competitive. So that's why you see the shift the way that you see it.
Yeah, I think we were very competitive at the higher end, but and in the middle, but that first few years we weren't even on the chart.
Yeah, we normally got green for good, but in that one, we were very red. So, any other questions that you came across in the review?
Not that I have.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So, my plan, unless you give me feedback to, go in a different direction, my plan is to continue this going through our normal reading cycle. So this would actually be voted on the first council meeting of the year, unless this council would choose to vote earlier. So I will leave that at your discretion if you want to do that, but it's really up to you.
Why don't we just let it go its normal course? And start the 1st of January. Well, I don't mean the first day, but
Yeah.
the first meeting of January. I don't particularly see any advantage doing it earlier.
We'll just have 2 new council members who actually haven't been reviewing it and discussing it. We're thinking about it. So I'll be asking 2 new council members to vote on it. But that certainly can be done, and we certainly can send them that red line version in advance and articulate the expectation. I mean, the business doesn't stop simply because we're changing councils.
My question would be perhaps to Deb, if you want to articulate further, what would be the ramifications of delaying that vote until January? Would that ultimately affect the policies therein? And their,
If you vote on it in the very first meeting in January, we would be okay. It would still fall within that first pay period. Because I'm gonna need to make those changes with that vacation and people will be accruing it each time. So I'm gonna have to change all that in the system. By doing it earlier, it's still not gonna change anything now. It would take effect at the beginning of 2026. If you would do anything at this meeting or the next, it's still not gonna be effective until the beginning of the new year. There's no way we can kind of start changing all that vacation now at the end of 25. So to answer that part, it wouldn't take effect until January anyway.
I, for one, would like to make the motion to waive it. And have it settled with the current council members. Than to have 2 new council members come aboard and be in the middle of something. So I make the motion that we do waive the declare an emergency and waive the readings.
I second that motion.
Okay, so I have a motion to waive the readings of ordinance 2725 from Council Member Carpenter and a second from Council Member Juvenelli. Any discussion? And this is just a vote on waiving the readings. Roll call, please.
Mr. Nauer,
Yes.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile,
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter.
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman,
Yes.
Mrs. Porter.
No,
It passes 5-1. And then now I'm seeking a motion to adopt ordinance 2725.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to adopt 2725 from Councilmember Juvenelli and a second from Councilmember Carpenter. Any discussion on adoption?
I'm somewhat confused about this. What is the advantage that we're trying to seek here?
For me personally, I made the motion to waive the reading because. I believe that we all started it. We've had the previous discussions. We sat with the recommendations and we've arrived at this point. We need to finish it with those who are in the know instead of trying to make a 3rd reading at the new year and have new people come in that weren't a part of the process.
I agree with Jerry on that point, and I think further, the concern I would have, and Deb, tell me if I'm wrong, if we miss that first meeting, either by there's a motion to delay or articulate and do the readings over, what have you, would that put at risk the implementation of those changes that it would affect 2026 as we would hope it would?
In order to make this work right and changing how the vacation is accrued, it would impact that. It would make it difficult to try to get everybody's whole year calculated and put on to start at the beginning of the year in order for it to accrue all the way through for each employee.
So it would be more advantageous to leave it as it is, instead of moving it into January.
Well, I think the question was, if for some reason you waited until the January 5th meeting, if for some reason it didn't pass, would it make it difficult? And the answer to that would be yes, it would.
And even more than the obvious thing of later implementation, the legislation would fail for action on 3 readings and have to be introduced again.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So there lies in my concern is the timing. So that's the one thing is if I have no compunctions over what is indicated in this document. And I think, especially to Jerry's point, the support and the conversations we've already had to this end with our existing council, I see no reason to delay, and I see risk and potential damage if we don't have everything go as we would hope in January. So why wait?
I'm lost. Do we have a motion to adopt? I'm so sorry.
We did,
Okay.
yes. So,
Okay, so we're just in the middle of discussion.
yes.
Is there any other observation to make? I will say, I hope we don't have a snow day, but if we do have a snow day, that would be very messy for us on this particular issue. Yes, exactly. So it would give a little bit of breathing room administratively for us to get it executed properly. Roll call, please.
Mr. Narr,
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile,
Yes.
Carpenter,
Yes.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mrs. Porter,
You've convinced me. Gonna go with yes.
Mrs. Chapman.
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. The next item is resolution 2526. It's a resolution authorizing the mayor of Hebron to enter into an agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for purchase of brine and other related materials for snow removal within the village of Hebron and declaring an emergency. This is the first reading. However, we do need to expedite this if at all possible, in that we need to make this order very soon and acquire that material as soon as possible. Can you speak more to that?
Is that for this year's?
For the season, yes, absolutely. We always getting this information late from ODA. Last year it was sometime in mid-November. And if you recall, we also had the issue with the salt. They always ask us to approve something right there. I don't know why, but this is something that we really need since the winter is here. So we're asking for the emergency adoption to purchase the brine from ODOT. So that is the best price that we know. Last year, I believe we used about 2,000 gallons. So for 8 cents a gallon, that is really economical.
We can't buy anything for 8 cents a gallon now.
You can only use brine for a certain amount of temperature too. I totally get that.
You had me at safer roads. That being said, I move to adopt resolution 25, excuse me. Getting there. Waive the readings for resolution 2526. Did I get that right? I'll second.
Thank you. I have a motion from Councilmember Juvenile and a second from Council President Wolf to waive the readings for resolution 2526. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Porter,
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Nauer?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yep.
Mr. Juvenile?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. Now I'm seeking a motion to adopt resolution 2526.
Second.
I have a motion from Council President Wolf and a second from Council Member Carpenter. Any discussion?
So that's what I was supposed to do. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Juvenile?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman?
Yes.
Mrs. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Nauer?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, council. The next item is council member action items. I'm seeking a motion to acknowledge receipt and review of November 2025 bank reconciliation.
Second.
I have a motion from Council President Wolf and a second from Council Member Carpenter. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nauer?
Yes.
Mrs. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile?
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. The next item that I'd like to bring up as a council action item is to direct the solicitor to draft legislation for the raise that we had in the budget. And you've already approved the budget. It was allocated for and appropriated for in there. However, we also have to formally approve the raise. And CFO Morgan, can you speak to the percent that was in there, and maybe Councilmember Carpenter, if you have any observations about that?
Was a 3% across the board for all employees in the budget.
Any,
No comment. I'm for the, I'll move for the adoption of the regs or the,
to draft
yes,
legislation?
the draft list. Thank you.
My pleasure.
No. Second.
Second.
You can use second, yeah.
I'm looking for a second.
Second.
Thank you. So I have a motion from Councilmember Carpenter and a second from Councilmember Juvenile. Any discussion?
When does that'll take effect the first pay period? So we're having enough time to say. To get this through or,
Usually the legislation will say at the bottom that it's effective for the first full pay period after passage of the ordinance. So whenever it would pass, it would be then the next full pay period after that. So if it would pass in the middle of a pay period, it wouldn't take effect until the next full pay period. And then there isn't any worry of it needing it to have it done before a certain date.
And so timing wise, if the legislation's drafted for next week, and then we have it on the agenda, it would be a first reading. I'd be asking for, to suspend the remaining readings and then adoption so that you'd have it in place for the first pay period next year.
If that's the will of the body, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Nauer?
Yes.
Mrs. Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
yes,
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. The next item. If I can read my chicken scratch. Okay, so I'd like to ask council to move to have our first council meeting. And then by convention, also our organizational meeting on January 5th. The council meeting at 6, the organizational meeting at 5:30 respectively. And again, this is in anticipation of adjusting the council calendar.
I move.
Second.
I have a motion from Council President Wolf and a second from Councilmember Nauer. Thank you very much. Any discussion?
So when will we decide on the new calendar? Not till all the new members are here then? Okay.
Yeah, so the calendar would be technically decided at that meeting, at the organizational meeting. But this would at least get us onto that schedule, initially, and then, continue thereafter.
So the date was January fifth,
Correct.
Monday.
Yes. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Porter,
Yeah.
Mr. Juvenile,
There's temporary.
Yes.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter,
Yes.
Mr. Nauer,
Yes.
Mrs. Chapman.
Yes.
Thank you, council. Passes 6-0. And finally, we have a agreement with the county that we need to get an extension on. Can you speak to that, please?
This agreement deals with the Broadway Street culvert replacement and channel widening. Unfortunately, various issues that prevent this from completing by the end of this year. And county has agreement with the state as far as the funding schedule, and that need to be extended. I don't think we can do any work in this time of year, given the weather is not going to be conducive for paving, so we have to extend it until next year. So I'm asking council to authorize the solicitor to draft the legislation to approve the cooperative agreement between the village and Licking County.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Council Member Juvenile and a second from Council Member Nauer. Any discussion?
There's not gonna be an extended cost on this or anything.
No, it's just that we could not finish the work because, like I said, there are various issues. Predominantly, it's the easement that we're not able to secure from leads because of USDA and OFA.
For clarification, in terms of drafting, it's really a motion. It's gonna be legislation to extend the cooperation agreement with the county
That's correct.
to facilitate that project.
That's correct.
And is that, what's the name of that project?
That is the
Is it sugar?
Broadway culverts replacement and the channel widening.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
and that is part of the agreement. I just sent it to you about 4:30.
Okay.
I can't believe it's not done yet.
Jared?
Oh, we filled them in, so now we're stuck.
Way to go, Jerry.
Got it. Thank you.
Roll call.
Mrs. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mrs. Porter,
Yeah.
Mr. Carpenter,
Yes.
Mr. Juvenile,
Yes.
Mr. Nauer.
Yes.
Thank you, council. It passes 6-0. The next item is the administrator's report.
I just have two updates. Since council had approved the agreement between the village and Yellowstone, I just want to give the council an update that the public works crew almost finished the northbound 79 bypass as far as clearing out the thickets and the brush. And then they are coming around on the southbound, and hopefully they can make some significant progress next week. And the second thing, I think it was brought up by Councilmember Now, the light poles that were not lit south of High Street. At the last meeting, I mentioned that we had a PO with Guthridge, and somehow they planned to come on the following Monday, but that didn't happen. So they are going to be looking at those polls on December the 15th, 8 a.m. So we're gonna hold them to the fire, try to make sure those lights will be on before, anyway. legislative two updates that I have for you all.
Speaking of light bulbs, I like the new decorations. And it sort of gives a little bit of energy. Actually gives a lot. And the decorations that I really like are not only those, but the ones in the, whatever that's called, on the
Village
green
Green?
space.
Yeah.
They're really quite charming. They're very nice. And am I on the agenda or not? Anyway, what difference? The other thing I understand, and I wasn't in attendance, it was too cold for me to be out there, at the market. I understand it was just buzzing and very, very busy. I'm glad, I hope the vendors experience some profit from that, but mercy, it was cold. So those who did participate, I give them a lot of credit for that. It was nice to see the park used again. So, that's all.
Is that also your update?
That's pretty good for being
Yeah.
out of order. isn't it?
No. Worked great. Anything else?
Yeah, that was very, a lot of nice lighting, a lot of nice features, and it makes me feel as though there is a momentum building. Pretty nice stuff happening.
Thank you. That's the technical term. So, yes.
I can spell.
Thank you.
That's truly all. I'm not that teacher.
Erica, Councilmember Chapman.
I don't have anything. I just have one little comment. I saw the snow fence was up on High Street, but the sign was still over the sidewalk. Just a comment.
Do you know what happened?
No,
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have anything.
You sure?
Talked to the village administrator and he's got me straightened up.
Wow. That's a big
If I had
thing
known
there.
that's all it would take. Boy, you can tell it's end of year, right? You can tell we got some short timers that are.
Have it.
I have just a question for Brittany. Some of the residents have asked about the hometown heroes banners. Are they going back to the residents?
We do our banner program a little bit differently than other communities. To make it more affordable for our residents, we were able to do the one-time fee. We will keep them, store them until we put them back up at Memorial Day. When I say we, Public Works, clearly not up there doing it. And put them back up without charging the families again. So a lot of the programs, for most communities, you have to pay annually for it. Our commitment to anyone that signed up for a banner is that as long as they are in good shape, and good condition, we will put them up year after year with the disclosure that when we do feel like they've gotten a little worn over time, the expectation will be that they pay that fee again to have them reprinted, or we'll give it back to them and they don't have to choose to put it back up again.
I like that even better. I was asked because the letter that went out stated that they would be returned. So I'm just-
Only returned if they choose not to put them back up for some reason, but they will go back up Memorial Day to Veterans Day. And that will be our continuation. And then we will do another run and another promotion for community members to add additional banners too. So that opportunity has not gone away.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I guess for my report, first, I apparently need to work on how I make motions in council. I will ensure that I get it right next time. So that being said, I will take that away. One of the big things I wanted to do though was recognize Brittany Meisner and Caitlin Bowman with economic development and all the work that they had put into the Christmas market this past week. It was absolutely amazing and wonderful to see. I think the the continued growth of that event and really how much the community loves and engages with it. So I was really happy and cannot thank you two enough and everyone else that helped you from the community and from all of I would say our administration here to help put that together. So
Especially the public works team, I have to give them a shout out. We come up with all these ideas. We want this here, want this there, and they make it happen.
They're having fun doing that too.
Yeah, especially that event, there's so many logistics, it would literally be impossible.
which you just hit a beautiful point for me to transition to. No, I love that because you hit exactly what I was gonna hit on next, which was Public Works. And a huge thanks to all of them in that team for helping you in that effort, because I know that was not a small undertaking by any means. That being said, with Public Works, I met with Administrator Chen, Public Works Superintendent Cliff Ward, and Public Works, I'm calling him my SME, or I don't, from my business side, Barrett Skillman. So I wanted to thank all three of you for meeting with me yesterday for quite some time to help me to understand and learn more of what's going on in Public Works and try to kind of align on where do we go from here and what are some of your ideas and visions as we think about 2026 and beyond. Huge shout out, I would say, to Barrett Skillman as well, who completed a comprehensive list of all of the processes and functions that Public Works does today. I'm still going through it and trying to understand more and be ready for, I would say, some deep dives, some shadowing, and some more understanding. So that being said, a huge thanks to him for all of his effort and to that entire team. Looking ahead, I'm looking forward to opportunities to continue to learn and shadow and figure out how I can help support and where we go from here and beyond with Public Works. That's everything for me. I'm gonna, stop talking before I mess something else up tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to echo what Joey said. Thanks to everybody that put on the Christmas market. I think it was really good, really nice. I think it was about 200% better than what it was last year, and I think it's just gonna get bigger, but wish there was a beer tent, but anyway.
Next year.
And a tattoo vendor.
You did that on purpose.
The other thing was, I got a phone call today from AEP saying they're gonna be in my area trimming trees for the electric lines, and I thought, you did that 2 weeks ago. So I don't know why they're just not getting around to tell me they're gonna trim trees. Just let everybody know. I don't know if anybody else is gonna call, but
They're down by my house.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
no, that's all I got.
Okay, great, thank you. I want to specifically call out Caitlin Bowman being recognized as one of the 20 under 40. There were 56 submissions this year, and she was one of the 20 selected. Hebron was, yes, and Hebron was also honored to also have a business person. As you know, Lulu's Coffee, she started with her coffee truck. Now she has a brick and mortar here in the village, and she was also honored as one of the 20 under 40. So it was a banner day for Hebron from that perspective.
220.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, so basically we're 10% of 20 under 40. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Much math.
Couldn't help it. So that's the fun stuff. That's good. Yeah, I thought so. Just to get it on council's radar, Administrator Chen is working with Win Waste to get some answers, but it appears from our best guess, a significant number of people did not receive the credit that they were supposed to get. So we are I'm sorry, it is what it is. We're trying to make sense of all of that right now. As soon as we understand more, we will inform you and also disseminate that information out to the residents as quickly and efficiently as we can. I don't know, I think it was a day or two after Thanksgiving or something, I got a text telling me it's not there. So yeah, we're still trying to make sense of all of that. So we'll keep you posted as best as we can. Yes. Sorry about that. And then the other thing I'll say is that when I first became mayor, I would make the team incredibly annoyed because every single week I'd say, what percentage of my term I'm through? And I would say, well, we're 4% through. What do we have to show for it? Well, we're almost 50% through. And I do want to say how very proud I am of the team that I have. You guys are doing a great job. And I really appreciate how much you're working together, reaching across your different silos to actually support one another. It is very gratifying to see that. And I often say to them, if I get hit by a bus or win the lottery, I need to know that you can continue on without having me sitting here. And I'm really starting to feel much, much more confident. Yes, thank you, that they are making that happen more and more every day. So thank you to each of you for doing that.
Thank you.
All right, that's enough mushy stuff. All right, back down to visitor comments, no visitor comments. So, review of expenses.
I have one more comment.
I'm so sorry. Yes, please.
I'd like to welcome our police chief here. I think this is your first meeting, a business meeting rather than your appointment, if I'm not mistaken. And can we have a minute synopsis of what's all going on in the department?
Absolutely. Yeah, so I've been here about a month, not quite a month, just about a month, so everybody's been very welcoming and extremely helpful for me in my transition and getting everything established, so moving forward, I'm continuing to work with the rest of the leadership team, as well as especially Brittany has introduced me to a lot of the community stakeholders. I was at the Hebron small business meeting last week, was at Chamber of Commerce this morning. I'm excited to go to the Buckeye Lake Regional group tomorrow as well. And I'm just continuing to make those connections and network with the people around the stakeholders so that I can understand my job better. And I'm excited to take this department into the next year, into the next chapter, and continue the professionalism and the service that everybody's kind of, gotten used to, and seeing how we can make it better, make it more efficient, and do the best that we can.
So things are going well.
Going very well, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Glad to hear that.
You should ask when I'm not sitting, right? He might give you more information.
So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Unless otherwise noted.
When we're done.
Go ahead. Unless otherwise noted, it's understood council members have reviewed the expenses report provided and have no questions. I just want to draw your eye to the meeting and event schedule that's upcoming this Friday. If you've not already purchased a ticket, are there still tickets available? There are still tickets available for the Hebron Holiday Hop. This is new. This is organized by our businesses. And I think I heard either you or Caitlin today, I think it was Caitlin, talk about how gratifying it is to see the work that the village has done to kind of make the environment accessible for people to get involved. And now we're seeing the business community come together on their own and create events for our residents, which is ideally what someone once wisely told me, the government should step back and let the community do that type of work as they're able to. So I'm proud that that environment has been created and that the businesses are finding a space and the support they need to be able to do these types of things on their own. But if you have time on Friday night, it is, I think, $10 per ticket. And there are, 18 or 19 different stops, all along pretty much Route 40, from Paradise Grill to the Kroger Plaza. And then at the end, there is a gathering after party at the Legion, right? Correct. So if you have time, I would definitely encourage you to attend. I think there's some type of transportation provided. So you
There
can
will be
just hop on,
transit to
hop
all the
off.
different locations.
Great.
Where's the shuttle gonna start at?
So it'll go to each location, but there's 4 designated areas for parking. Kroger parking lot, Clay's Cafe, down towards the business district. That's one of the stops. Don't quote me, I can't tell you what the other one is. But the transit, service will go to all of the different locations. So you don't have to walk, because I don't know what the weather's looking like Friday either, but it'll be very, very nice, very convenient. Oh, the Legion, that's one of them as well. Mhm.
Then also we hopefully are encouraging your neighbors and families and little ones to participate in the children's coloring contest. The deadline is coming up on the 15th and the 16th. We have the Heritage Club. We also have residential decorating contest judging occurring on the 16th. Then we'll have our final council meeting of the year and move into the holidays. Any questions? No. Okay, well, in that case, I am seeking a motion to adjourn.
So be it.
Second.
A motion from Councilmember Nauer and a second from Councilmember Porter. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
Juvenile.
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter.
Yes.
Mr. Nauer.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Mrs. Porter.
Yeah.
I now call this meeting adjourned at 6:44. Thank you.